So the temp's starting to fall because it's starting to get dark out. But it actually got up to 42 degrees in this greenhouse. And it was 36 outside. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'm excited. I actually pruned the brassicas. I cut back some of the kale, and then mostly the ones that were like damaged or they were frostbitten or something, that kind of thing. I did cut back this one a little bit, but this one actually didn't have that much damage going on, which was interesting. And I love that little floret that's got in the middle. This one here, though, this leaf does not belong to him. As you can see, I had to cut him back severely. For some odd reason, the moths laid a lot of eggs, I think, on this guy, and just they just went ham on him. But, as you can see, I've got some new leaves growing, and as long as we've got leaves, and we've got at least a few leaves, they're decent, and it can get sunlight, it'll be fine. Brassicas are pretty hardy. You can actually put them out in the snow, and they'll be happy. They'll grow in the snow. I don't know about the kale. That might not, but these bad boys, these collard greens will. These guys here, I took some of the heads and put them in there because I saw some seeds were coming up on them. So as they seed, they will actually drop down in there and it will replenish what I've got on my calendula. And then some of these were still in good shape. Like this guy here's actually got somebody trying to grow. There's some others that are trying to grow some stuff. This guy's trying to grow some stuff. But this guy, I don't know if you can see it, but this is an actual flower. And then I've got some more flowers coming on those down there, which is really cool. And then the pepper plant has still got some peppers on it. I'm going to see if they'll change a little bit more. I kind of like mine with like the multicolors. I'm going to just see. I'm leaving those to see. But it had a decent, as you can see, it produced a lot of peppers. And I was able to eat quite a few, so it was nice. And I've got quite a few over in a chair that I'm going to take in and eat. But overall, it did pretty good. The chamomile is going to have to get brought back. It's hanging on. It'll make it. It's been in that state before, and I've brought it back to where it was really nice and plumey and full of life. The chives, the bucket of chives did not make it, but I have a giant thing of chives that those came from, so that's fine. This is actually one of the strawberry plants that tried to survive the frost, so I'm going to try to see if I can't keep it going. I'm going to put it in something else, I think. And then here's some more chamomile that's growing up pretty okay. It'll be alright. I'm going to replant it and it'll be fine. Got to put more dirt back into these. I've got 2 totes out there with dirt in them. Same thing with this one. This one has got plenty of dirt. I'm going to try to put some romaine lettuce right here because oddly enough, lettuce will grow in snow even. And that remains one of them. It's a hardy lettuce. So I'm going to try to grow that kind of in the middle here, maybe 2 heads. I'm not going to put anything over here because this guy's going to bush out again and get too big and everything. And then this guy here might bush out again and get too big. So I don't know. We'll see. But I'm going to try to grow 2 right here. And then I haven't figured out what I'm going to do with this one yet. I haven't figured out what I'm going to do with this one yet. I might try to grow a tomato plant in this one, and put it maybe back here, but I'm going to try to control it, not let it bush out. And then I'm going to see, I've got room down below, that's the heater right there, and it won't switch on until it reaches 37 degrees, and it's 40 degrees right now, which is, I mean, this greenhouse has been able to maintain 40 degrees most of the time that I've been out here. So that's pretty impressive. But I've got storage space underneath this bed. And I've got storage space underneath this bed. And then I actually do have a shelf storage space underneath this bed. And I've got area down under this little guy too. So I can actually put the potted plants that are the herbs down below. The idea that I have is when you water the top, they'll get watered because they'll dump down below. That heater is actually splash resistant, not water resistant, but splash resistant. So I'll have him kind of out of the way when I go to water anyway. I do have a watering system that I'm going to try to put in that lays in like an irrigation system that's going to lay in and go along there, and try to put that all the way around. But we'll see. I got the chair in here for me to use while I was pruning so I could sit down because my daggone sciatic nerve started to act a fool. But it's pretty cool and I really like it. It was a dog to put together, but once we got it up, it's not bad. I don't know if you can see this, but it's actually creating condensation, which is hilarious. So it hasn't rained inside the greenhouse like some other people have experienced with their greenhouses yet. But I did have a few drops that were falling here and there. So that's kind of a cool thing to have happen. But yeah, it's pretty good. This is the setup. We put a hole through the one wall, and there's a I'll go out and show you, there's a outlet to the house right there. This right here is the temperature thingy-mabobber, because I can't think of the right word right now, but you know, you meant what I knew. And then that's the thermostat that's hooked up to the heater, so once it actually hits 37 degrees, if it does, well, as you can see, the temperature just went up again. If it does hit 37 degrees, this little guy will actually kick on and produce heat and bring it up. So I'm not trying to like make it tropical in here, but I am trying to make it where it'll actually keep the guys alive. You can see a little bit of the condensation going on there. I'll try to get those stickers off at some point, but I ain't that worried about it. It's doing its function, and that's what I want. I like being able to come out the door and boom, we're outside. But that's the inside of the greenhouse, and I love that. And then, you know, the windows. I might leave that film on the windows just because it's kind of nice having it. And then you can see the power outlet there is where we have everything plugged into it, which is nice. And we can walk through this side all the way around it if we need to. And then also, we were originally going to put a flower bed here, raised garden bed here, but we decided not to. I do have a raised garden bed that is, there's another bucket that we're going to use. I do have a raised garden bed that is, well, it's not a bed, but little guy, that little sad guy there. That's where I had my cucumbers at this year. And then I don't know if I don't know if you'll be able to see in the back. Ooh, that's too close. There's where we had the green beans, was back there. So, and then I've got chives. Oh, you can't see the chives. Oh, anyway, there's a bucket. There's that bucket. On the other side of that, there you can kind of see them where the horses are. They are next to the two cage things. That's where the chives are. They've been there for years. But you can see the outlet better now on this side. So that's pretty much it. You can kind of see in there. There's the ferns. They're doing pretty good, actually. Some odd reason, there's some lettuce, some type of lettuce is growing up in here. Might try to see if I can salvage them. So these are the two totes that I was talking about. They're full of dirt. That's the table we had for the summer, and then we got a bunch of buckets of stuff over there. And then that's my little bounty there I got. This is all the stuff I cut off and pruned back. This guy's got the nerve to grow some strawberries in there. We don't know where the strawberries came from, but they're growing up in there, so we got it covered up. Hens and chickens are in there too, but you can kind of see. This is what I got. I'm gonna clean them up. There's some spots on a couple of them, but that's something I can cut off. But yeah, so we're going to try to clean the patio up a little bit more in the spring when we get a chance, and then we'll be able to put the table, well, we've got the table, but we'll be able to actually use the table, and then clean up these chairs so we can use it around the table. We got a umbrella pole there where the umbrella goes. But that's pretty much it. Whew. Anyway, I'm gonna get inside. It's starting to get colder. All right.